And joining us on the line, great to welcome to Flow, we've got Chloe Styler. G'day, Chloe, how you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm absolutely fantastic. Great to be chatting to you. Need to let you know, the song that we're talking about today, we're playing it here on Flow, so it's a great track, so just wanted to let you know.
Thank you so much. Your support is so appreciated. It's so cool. Thank you.
How does it feel when you hear your song on the radio? You're driving along in your car and then you just happen to flick across and there's a radio station, wherever it might be, playing one of your songs. How does it make you feel?
It's pretty cool. As an independent artist, to hear my song on the radio, especially by chance, not one that I've been told is playing, it's a really nice feeling, and it just encourages me to keep doing this and release more music because there's nothing quite like it, really. Nothing beats it.
Can totally understand that. I was talking to another artist recently and I said to him, I said, what's it like when you hear your songs on the radio? And he goes, it's all right when I'm on my own, but if I've got the kids in the car, because they'll go, Dad, can you turn it down? And he was gutted. So how's it for you when the family are in the car with you and your song's on? Is it getting turned up, or are they saying, enough, Chloe, enough, Chloe, turn it down?
No, it gets turned all the way up and everyone's filming and all excited. It's very exciting. Yeah, it's a good moment. But I'm assuming maybe when it happens more and then they're just driving and I've just had an argument with one of them or something, they might turn it down and be like, I don't want to hear from you right now.
It's good. It's good when you hear it, and congrats. You know, I know it's a wonderful feeling when that does happen to you. So good on you when it does happen. What's happening with your songwriting? Because I understand you've got an album coming out, which we'll talk about. But what's your songwriting process? Is driving along in the car? Is that inspiration for you, and how does it work?
Well, it's so funny you say that. I actually do get a lot of inspiration when I'm driving, especially with like longer distances. So I go between Brisbane and the Gold Coast a lot. So it's about an hour. And quite often I just find myself humming little melodies or coming up with little hooks. And I just go, hey, Siri, open voice memos. And I record all these little voice memos and I come back to them and I sit down at my desk. And sometimes they're just terrible and I don't ever listen to them or use them again. But sometimes something sticks and then I can write the song around that little idea that I've made up driving. So yeah, it's there's no process to it. It's just however the song feels like coming to life.
Songs decide how they want to come out, don't they? They're a life of their own from time to time. And driving along is the rhythm of the road ever sort of get to become one of the songs? Because I sort of get the feeling, I know when I'm driving along and sometimes you get those roads where you just get this sort of rhythm and you can just you start tapping along and feeling it. So is that the sort of thing that we're talking about as well?
Sort of. It's more just that I have so much time to think because when I'm driving, I don't really like listening to too much. I enjoy just being in my own head. So being in my own head then gives me a lot of time to think and have silence and quiet. And I have a puppy, so whenever I'm at home, all I'm doing is playing with this puppy and being very loud, and then I get an hour of silence, and it's perfect. And I can just sit there and come up with all these ideas and not be distracted by anything. Obviously, I'm focused on the road, focused on my driving.
Yes,
but,
of course.
I have a lot of time to think that I wouldn't normally have.
What sort of puppy have you got?
I have a little toy cavoodle. Yeah, she's adorable. She's so cute. I feel like most people say, oh, I have a toddler at home. And I'm like, no, I have a puppy at home. She's very loud.
We've got a cavoodle at home, nearly 2 years old, and it's like having a toddler, a foreign toddler.
It is.
Yeah.
I've not had a toddler. I'm not a mum, but I'm a dog mum. So I could imagine that it's like having a real toddler.
Yes, it is at times. Yes, we'll leave it there enough. They give us lots of joy, and that's the main thing. They give us lots of joy. So the song that we're going to be talking more about, Chloe, "Consider Me Gone." How did that song come to you? Because and I want to ask you about the video clip, but tell me a bit more about the song first.
Yeah, of course. So I wrote the song in April 2020, so a while ago, but I kind of sat on it because there was a lot happening in the world and I didn't really feel comfortable releasing music at that time. And I'm glad I did because it kind of took on a new meaning. So I wrote it as a kind of see you later to my ex-boyfriend who tried to come back many times and just keep annoying me and confusing me. And it just got to a point where we had broken up and I did not want anything else to do with him and he could consider me gone. So it was very empowering, and having had the time to reflect on it even more, it's really fun. And I'm so proud of myself for being able to be in that position and say see you later to somebody that held on for way too long. And yeah, so that's basically it. It's a see you later song.
It's something that many of us can relate to as well, growing up in different times in our lives. So yeah, it is, as you said, a very good see you later song.
Thank you.
And musically, it's pretty good too. You had some good people helping you out on it.
I did. So my producer, Andy Mack, he produces quite a few well-known Australian artists, including Vera Blue, who's a bit more pop, and the McClymonts in the country world, Winterbourne in the folk world. So he's really, really diverse, and he was the perfect person to have involved in this project. And then I had Harry Day from the band Middle Kids on drums, Sam Telford, who plays guitars for Vera Blue, on guitars, and it was just the perfect mix, really. I couldn't have asked for a better group of people to bring this song to life.
Yeah, and they've done a great version, and we're loving it here on Flow as well.
Thank you.
Well, Chloe, I want to ask you about the video, and firstly, did you enjoy driving that beautiful pink Thunderbird?
I wish I could say yes, but unfortunately I didn't get to drive it.
They just allowed you to sit in it. That was it, was it?
They just allowed me to sit in it and pose and look pretty in it, but it was not allowed to be driven by me. I do have my manual license, though, so I could have, but it's a beautiful, beautiful car, and I didn't want to risk crashing it or doing something wrong to it. So, I'm very thankful to Wayne Wode, who lent me the car for the day, because I don't think the clip would have been as it is without the car. Yeah,
it's a perfect addition to it, and it sort of reminded me a bit of the movie Clueless. It was like almost an homage to Clueless.
Thank you. I love that movie. That wasn't intentional, but that's really cool that you think that.
Yeah, it was just sort of the way I just sort of picked up and thought, this is almost like a bit of a Clueless thing. Maybe it was all the fashion, and I put that in quotations, fashion choices you were displaying throughout the clip.
Thank you. I'm not sure whether the quotations means that they were good fashion choices or not, but that was really fun. I love coming up with different outfit choices and looks with my stylist, Tamsin Holland, and we just have so much fun with it. And with this clip, I just wanted everything to be pink, which I'm sure you could tell.
Yes. There was lots of pink in there. Yeah, the pink car and just the pink outfits. It's all there. I mean, it was fun to see, and it was good that you were having a fun clip with it. And that's
Thank you.
And I understand it was like an all-girl team put this together.
It was. So I had all females. My producer, Madeline Jones, she is from the Gold Coast. I had Madeline Randall as photography behind the scenes, Tamsin Holland and Maddie Smith on wardrobe, and Rhiannon Glar as hair and makeup. And that wasn't intentional, but it was so wonderful to have an all-female team and just absolutely kick some goals with this song and this clip. And it was just the best day ever, and with some friends that I've worked with before, bringing this song and this vision to life.
It's a great little clip, and I'm just sort of watching it on my screen here, and the fashion choices in that. There's some...
I hope that's good. I'm not sure what you mean.
It's just... fashion is just one of those things. It's all good. Now, Chloe, you got the song now. I understand you've got an album that you're working on, your debut album. So how are things going with that?
Very exciting. It's all finished, and it's just sitting in my back pocket, or my Dropbox folder, as I should say, and it's just waiting to be released one song at a time. So I released Consider Me Gone, the first single lifted off the record in November, and I have another song coming out in February called Loving You, and you can see a few more songs trickling out this year, and then the album will be out later this year, which I'm so excited about. It's just the best thing I've ever created, and I cannot wait for it to be out.
You sound excited, and so I'm excited just wanting to hear it, so I'm looking forward to it. So I guess as an artist too, you want to be able to perform these songs. So what's that sort of front like with you? Because that's all up and down at the moment with things. I know it's been very tough for many artists. We've had Tamworth cancelled and that, or rather postponed to back into April. So how's the live gig performance thing for you heading at the moment?
I wish I could say that it was really, really positive. I have some plans happening behind the scenes with organising some shows for the next few months. It's a bit difficult to get them locked in because venues aren't wanting to secure things at the moment just because things are so up in the air. But I'm staying positive. That's a huge reason why I have waited a couple of years to release this record and release these songs, because when I actually recorded it was 2020. And that was the height of uncertainty. So I just sat on the songs, took the time to really come up with my marketing plan. I have a marketing degree, so I should use it, and I should come up with all these great campaigns for these singles, and that's what I've done. And I've just waited till the time feels right. And 2022, hopefully by the middle of this year, a lot more things will be more certain, and venues will be locking people in, and tours will be happening at least nationwide. I'm not planning on going overseas anytime soon. I'm just going to see what happens, but I would really love to be able to tour the record, especially in Queensland and New South Wales and South Australia and Victoria. And if you're catching my gist, I want to do it everywhere.
Yes,
so
get that.
hopefully everything will be open by then. That's all we can really do is just hope. But, I mean, yeah, everyone's in a tough situation at the moment. So all we can do is, be there for one another. And once the shows open up, people come and support us and come to our shows.
Everyone's champing at the bit just to not only, I guess, perform, but also to be in the audience to experience it as well. So it's on both sides. So, So Chloe, how has the last 2 years been for you? Have you been doing okay? Have you got a good support network around you?
Thank you for asking. I've been okay. I live in the same street as my parents, so I'm very fortunate in that regard that I can just walk down there and say, hey, Mum, hey, Dad, can I have dinner tonight? So, I've got a great support network. I've kept busy. I actually took up a new degree. I've been studying teaching at university. Just thought, why not? I can't go overseas. I can't do much else. I may as well just keep studying, which I'm really enjoying. But my heart lies with my music, so I've been keeping positive with that, keeping planning, applying for funding, all of those things that just keep me focused on the release of this record.
Which is out sometime this year, and there'll be singles in between. So, well, I'm glad
there will be.
I'm so glad that you're doing okay, and it's good that you've got Mum and Dad just down the road. And so, is it 6 or 7 nights a week you're down there for dinner?
It used to be 7, but it's kind of dwindled down to about 4, which I think Mum's happy about because she doesn't have to buy food for me.
But she would be happy if you were there 7. She won't mind. So
no. Well, because I take the puppy. See?
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So there's always a reason. So, that works well. Well, Chloe, it is fantastic chatting to you. Good luck with everything. Thank you so much for having your music here on Flow. We love it, and looking forward to hearing more of it as you release it throughout this year, and especially when the album comes out. And hopefully we'll get you into our Flow studios when you venture down this way at some stage as well. But thank you
I would love that.
Oh, we will as well. Thank you so much for spending time with us today, and if you could please introduce your song for us.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Chloe Styler, and this is my song, Consider Me Gone.
Street brought me you. Had a good year or two. Shame we lost touch with reality. I rarely ever cried. Forgot what it was like to know the feeling of lonely. But our walls came crashing down. Like our friends all said they would. I should've listened to them. They were drying my tears every Saturday night. every Saturday night. Instead I acted as if being in love meant you put up a fight. I should've listened to them.